guys. Same process as usual. We'll go to the room first. At the time, we'll go to, not many on Zoom, we'll go to some if we can. We'll take some questions towards the end for a Saturday 10:30 embargo. So we can start with Sky, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Pep. I don't know if you've had a chance yet to see the Sergio Aguero statue that's been unveiled today, but if you have, can you tell us your thoughts on it? Have you had a chance to have a look?
More than deserved. So it's a great honor from Sergio, his family, friends, and he's an icon for this club. For the, of course, for the 210th anniversary, for the goal he scored in 93 minutes, but not just for that, for all his career here.
Your team has the opportunity to go 6 points clear this weekend, with Liverpool, of course, playing at Wembley. So is that your opportunity to land a definitive psychological blow in this title race, given how close you are to winning that title?
2 games to go, so now every 3 points we win are so important. Still, we need to have to do points. So they are going to do the 6 points, and we have to make the 3, and have to try to do the last ones at home. And then just focus on the importance about our rivals. So West Ham did an extraordinary last 2 seasons, not just this one, the previous one. He made an incredible season in all competitions, especially in Europa League. Unfortunately, he was not lucky in the game at home against Eintracht Frankfurt. And after a few minutes, Criswell was sent off. It's so difficult to manage. This type of games, the 10 against 11, but they did an incredible season, and they are so strong in many departments. Set pieces, strong in the middle with Sosek and Declan Rice, and attack the channels perfectly. Quality with Lanzini, Benrahma, Fornals, Bowen. So yeah, top side, top difficult one, but at the same time, we know how important it is. So getting 3 points will be incredible step to try to finish our job at home with our people.
And Aymeric Laporte looked in some discomfort when he came off against Wolves. How is he? Is he fit to play?
But they are in treatment these 2 days, and we'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think they will try, and we'll see which players are available to play until, I think the day of the game, we will not be able to decide exactly the availability of the players.
Pep, given how many defenders you've got potentially missing this game, is this the biggest problem you've had to solve in terms of naming a back four?
Yeah, it could be better to all of us, but I said many times, you have to handle it with this absence. Many games, months will be a big big problem. But for 1-2 games, the players will do the best. Even players not playing in his position, the concentration and the focus sometimes when you play in not position is higher, and like we saw against Wolves, they can do it.
You mentioned West Ham's performance in the semi-finals of the Europa League. Do you think this match would have been more straightforward for you if they'd had the final to look forward to? Do you think it would have been a different scenario?
I don't know. Sometimes when you play competitions, semi-finals or finals, you are more excited, you are more focused. I don't know, they play for qualify for the Europa League next season, so I expect the best West Ham all the time, and playing or playing the Europa League final.
Thank you.
Pep, you obviously signed Erling Haaland this week, and you have also been talking about your future at the football club. If you manage to win these 2 games, that will be 4 titles in 5 years. How long do you think this run can go on for at Manchester City? How much desire do you have to keep winning and winning and winning?
If I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 games, imagine what figure out what's going to happen in the future. So always, all of you, when you ask me about questions, what's going to happen, my answer is always the same. I don't know. I would love to say we're going to do it well in the next years, but I don't know. The things in football change so quickly. When you believe or you think, and it's sorted, it's good, we're controlled, they give you a good punch in your face. In the same times, when everything looks like disaster and it's a drama, a nightmare for many cases, in 1 week change everything. So What I said before now was before just Wolves, and now it just was Ham in my mind. And this morning I was watching the last performance they played, the games, review the games we played against them this season in Carabao Cup, in Premier League here, and do what you have to do. So it's 11 months working to arrive in this moment, to be distracted for the future on what's going to happen next season or in the future, the next period. So it's a lot of work behind, and we cannot be distracted anything else to try to win the game.
It was more about you and what you feel and how much drive you've got rather than the kind of wider thing, because nothing can happen for your football team without you driving.
I would say it's the same. So players can be playing a lot the previous season, and the next season they're not playing. It looks like they have a contract for many years, 4 or 5 years. They're not playing, and he want to leave. And the manager are the same, all of them. First of all, we depend on results. Our standards are so high, so to maintain that, we have to win. Otherwise, they have to change. And also, all of us, we have to see. But here's about the business. It's about results. And it's not about way of life, you're comfortable or not you are, because for many times through my words, it's not complaints one second about how satisfied I am here working, but it's about results. Sometimes it doesn't work doing the same, and after you have to review what happened. That's why after 6 seasons, 7 seasons, so it's better to wait and work every day hard and try to win games, and after, all together, we decide what is the best for the club.
Hi Pep. City have scored a lot of early goals in the first 15 minutes of the season. I think it's the second most in Premier League history, and the team with the most was your team 2 or 3 seasons ago. Do you think there's a particular reason for that?
I didn't know the stats. I don't know. Oh yeah. I don't know. I think the people. But if this happens because the team started really well. But I don't know the reason why. So I don't know.
Do you know why they start well? Why the players start well?
But the players, yeah, is it happen that you said? It's because the players start focused and good rhythm and know exactly what you have to do, and they did it. And of course, in our team, for the way they play, when we can take advantage, is so important. We can manage the pace and the rhythm we have to play the game. So that's why it's important. But sometimes I'm more concerned sometimes when we consider how we react and how we play in the bad moments than in the good moments. Always the big teams are defined in that way, when they are not struggling the results or whatever, how stable they are to continue and overcome the situation that is going bad during the game.
Just you on the front row here. Just bring it to the front, just shoes and wait, please, Jack.
Hi Pep. Were you watching on television the Sergio Aguero goal 10 years ago?
Yeah, I was in Barcelona, I think so, yeah. No live. I'm saying I don't know, it was good in that, but I saw it afterwards, yeah.
Okay. How would you be happy with a similar finish to this season next week?
Oh, wow. Yeah, it can happen. He finished that way, yeah, I know. But it will be incomparable. The first time is always the first time. Even if we score a goal in 93 minutes, 20 seconds, it will be the second time. And the first time was always special in everything we do in our lives. So, yeah, arriving in that moment, the important is finish well and try to win. So, we need 4 points, we need 6 points to be champion. And I think everybody knows. So, winning in West Ham will be already almost done. For the goal difference for many things. And yeah, it's absolutely a fun. It was in Wolves, like we perform in Carabao well, and you have to try to do it again next Sunday.
Yeah.
Obviously, the club are paying tribute to Aguero today for everything that he's achieved. Obviously, you've contributed a hell of a lot to the club's success over the last few years. I just wondered what you wanted your legacy to be at the club when you finally.
We have fun. We have fun. That is the best legacy. The part when we have been something in our lives, it doesn't matter profession, we have fun. And football is nice when you do something involved, because behind there are a lot of people, our fans, our people that likes to be with us, that they were born being City fans, and they said, okay, in that period we were fun. Every time we watch them to play, we win games, we play good, and this is the best legacy that in the sport can do. It's emotion and give something unique when you watch our games and playing that is the best rewards, for sure.
And you've spoken quite a lot about how your views on management have changed and how you deal with victories and defeats. Have you like learnt to enjoy the job a little bit more in the last few years?
But in some periods, yes. I would love to have more time to enjoy the good moments, or be sad in the bad moments. But here, every 3 days, games. The next Champions League in 1 year is more teams. You know, maybe the World Cup, more teams, and there are more games, more competition, and 365 days a year the same. Nothing changed. And apparently, my feeling is that will be worse, and still to get better will be worse. And it's too much games, too many games, and we don't have time to enjoy, the victory balls, to have time to, analyze better and training better. Today the managers is just here. Press conference, some videos. Today is more important, the physios, the doctors, the physical trainers than the managers. Maybe it's good, because we don't have time to do anything. Since Madrid, we could not do one training session properly for injured players that we have, and especially because we don't have time. And the last month it was always like this. And I think it's getting more in that. You have to be like a friend of your players, or more relation that training on the pitch. There's no time, honestly. It's no time. So, and it's getting worse. And I don't think it's good, because now finish the season, the players go 4 games, and then, with the national teams, and after 3 weeks, 1 month holidays, and after start again every 3 days during 11 months, and go on. And it's too much. And people say, yeah, with the money all of you win. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Maybe you have to win less, and after maybe you live a little bit, more in that position. But it's what it is. When I hear about the competitions, more games, more teams, more better, so it will get worse. No chance to change it.
After the defeat to Real Madrid, it probably would have been easy for the players maybe to have a hangover and to lose their focus in the league. It won't obviously be a surprise to you because you know them well, but what does that say about their character and mentality that they've come out and scored 10 goals and been able to put that behind them straight away?
The answer is so easy. It's the same character and personality that we lost in Madrid in the last 2-3 minutes, the same ones. Like the specialist former players like Berbatov and Seedorf and Patrice Evra and this type of people, that they were there. And I play against them, and I didn't see when I play against them that this kind of personality, when I destroyed them, we destroyed them in Champions League final against United, is the same character and personality. You cannot have personality because we can see 2 goals in 1 minute when we have 2 chances to score, and we don't have personalities, we are babies. And after the last 4 games, we scored 22 goals. We are incredible personality and this kind of thing. So I'm sorry, but I completely disagree about this. Personality is what we have done in the last 5 years. Every 3 days in no competitions. This is important. That maybe Liverpool is going to win all 4 titles, or maybe it's going to win just 1. I don't know. But I'm going to say that they don't have personality, they don't have character, they didn't do an incredible season. Even when they lost the Premier League for 1 point against us or 2 points against us, they did a bad season, Liverpool. They don't have character, they don't have personality. Of course they have, of course they are good. But sometimes, football, it's happened. When analyze, what happened against this specific game? It's football. Sometimes it happens. You cannot control it. It's emotions, many things. But when you are a global concept, arrive all the time, last stages, semi-finals, finals, semi-final, finals, and last 4 or 5 years every year. This is chapeau. This is incredible. And this is for me. It's have fun, like I said to Jack, because we arrive until the end. A lot of games go through, playing good. Otherwise, you don't arrive. This is the most important thing.
Hi, Pep. João Cancelo and Kevin De Bruyne have been shortlisted for the Player of the Year award, but there's no Bernardo on that list. he always seems to kind of get overlooked for these shortlists. Is that surprising to you, given how well he's done this season?
There are many players, so with the short list, there are a lot of players in every club play good. So normally Liverpool and City, because they were better in the season, they have to be more players. That is normal. But Bernardo was excellent. Aymeric Laporte was exceptional. Rodri was exceptional. So there are Bernardo, of course, and there are many. Riyad was exceptional this season. Exceptional. Well, last season too. Riyad last 2 seasons was wow. So all players make an incredible contribution. So, but at the end of the short list, they choose it, and everything is well. Important from Kevin and the other one is try to win the Premier League, and Bernardo and Joao. But of course, Kevin and Joao deserve it, to be there.
Do you think Bernardo's not actually that bothered about individual accolades? It's more of a team kind of.
I didn't speak about that to him. Hopefully, I think so. He will love it. Everyone has his personal ego, and it's nice, to be nominated for the colleagues or for the journalists or for whatever, the best players. But knowing a little Bernardo, I think he has lived well. So it's not a big problem.
Set the embargo for 10:30 on Saturday, please, guys.